When I first started teaching, my classroom management was terrible. And I couldn't get the students to raise their hands, let alone get into the deep kinds of conversations that I really wanted to have. But as a math teacher and a math coach now for more than 25 years, I've picked up on 3 key changes that really transform my classroom. They are 3 simple tricks you can use in your class tomorrow that are really going to make a difference. Now, before we can have really rich discussions, we need to set some ground rules. And the first simple change that I made is in how I communicate my expectations. Now, at the beginning of the year, we made a poster like everybody else where the students help set the expectations for the classroom. But I'm talking about reinforcing your expectations all throughout class. I don't know about you, but we are very short on subs, so I end up going into classrooms all the time with students that I didn't start the year with. But by using this technique, I'm able to get some really good discussions going and still keep the class under control. So what you need to do is simply state the expectation before you ask the question. And it looks something like this. Okay, without calling out and by raising your hand, who can tell me what the next step in the equation will be? By raising a hand and not calling out, who can tell me what the area of the square is going to be? And you just keep repeating that until they start to internalize it and do it on their own. I also make some think time expectations. So I'll say, for the next question, I'm going to wait 10 seconds before I want to see any hands because I want to give plenty of think time. Now, which of these is the hypotenuse? And it helps, instead of trying to reinforce the rules after they've broken them, to really set them up for success from the beginning. Now, that first change may set the stage for a good discussion, but you don't want to be the one orchestrating all of the conversations. To have true discourse in a classroom, the students need to talk to one another. But in today's society, with texting and social media, personal communication seems to be a bit of a lost art. So you actually need to train the students and teach them how to talk to one another. And I find the easiest way to do this is with sentence frames or sentence starters on cards directly taped to their desks so they can refer to them throughout the class period. And they need to be taught to agree, how to disagree, and how to frame their answers. So it looks like this. I agree with Sam, and I would like to add blank. I respectfully disagree with Sam. I think blank. I would like to know more about how Sam blank. And by having these little sentence starters, you would be amazed how much more students are able to communicate with one another and are willing to take that chance. Now, this third change is probably the simplest, but is also the one that has the biggest impact. It is the use of one simple phrase. Tell me more. That's it. When we stop talking and get out of the student's way and really let them dive deeper into their own thinking, you can uncover misconceptions and deeper understandings than you ever can if you start interpreting the students' half-finished answers for them. So it can be hard sometimes to let go of that control because we really want to get to the point. But if you just take a pause and listen to a student's answer and say, tell me more, you will find that in time, they will start to give you deeper and deeper answers from the beginning. And that's ultimately what we want. Now, I've linked a document with some of the reminder cards down in the description below. So try out these 3 simple changes in your classroom this week and let me know how it goes.